There we go.
And now we have to check this dent here. We have another one here and another one here. But if you can look closely, there's another one here we haven't marked. And there's another one here again. And another one here. So this is the tool that I'm going to be using here. But before then, let's come this side and see the access point from where we'll be working. This will be my leverage, but on the other side. So with the curve, I'm going to push on here. Let's try and see how it works. And let's come and see how the tool is situated on this side. We can see it from this side. So the tool is going to rest on, the curve is going to rest on the outer panel, and this is going to be on our leverage. Let's go and see how it goes out that side. I'm going to be working on this one now. As you can see, the dent is very deep and it has pushed the outer part of it a little bit out. So I'm just going to try to lift just a little bit before I start tapping. I'm just looking for my tip. There we go, I'm on the center of the dent. I'm just pushing it mildly, with no very massive pushes, just massaging it nicely so it can come up. I hope you can see. Now, there it goes. It comes up just a little bit. So now, I think it's my chance to try to tap down the outer parts of the dent. I'm going to be using the snap-on punch because it's a little bit softer than that other bullet head. As I'm tapping it, I'm just trying to release some pressure, because every time when there's a dent in the middle and the highest point of the end of the dent, it's when it forms a kink which pulls down this metal from coming up. So when I hit it down, I release the pressure just a little bit so that it can let me have a little bit of movement in the center without trying to push it back down. I guess that's enough. That's a little bit enough for now. Now I'm going to try to push it again, to push the middle of it again, push the dent out. I'm actually on just below the body line. I'm pushing the dented place just below the body line. And I'm now doing a circular movement towards me from the outer part. The portion that I'm talking about, it's this here. That is where I'm pushing right now. I want you to quickly go and see the access point. How am I handling my tool? Because with this hand being the driving hand, the pushing hand, and this hand here is the one that is the driving hand. I'm actually holding the tip of the tool while pushing the body contour with the curve part of the tool. You can quickly come this side and see the progress of what is happening while we use this technique. It's slowly coming out. It's looking much better, even if it's still rough. We'll have to tap down on all the little high spots that we see that are not desired. But for now, I'm just trying to lift as much low as possible as I see before I change my light setting to cross reflect and check on the overall of the dent. So as I said again, patience is the name of the game, because we are trying to get the best output from what we started to do, because PDR, its purpose is to preserve the finish that was there, that was created by the manufacturer, so that it sustains the value of the car without it being going to a body shop and being scraped and painted again. So this is what we go through. I hope you can see now. Here we have tried to move a little bit much metal here, but now here we have a ridge which I'm just going to tap down now to try to blend the surface to look almost the same. And now I'm just going to try to get another light and go try to get a reflection from downwards. I'll be changing reflector light in that. If you can come this side, you can see this side here. You can see, you have to see this side here. You can see a different view of the dent compared to the light setting that we were using before. So I'm just going to try to correct the faults on this reflection. Try to pick up some metal again. I don't know if you can see this, but now I'm just going to try to pick up this dent that you see in here. And from then I'm going to try to pick up this one, and from then I'm coming to this one. I don't know if you can see it, but it's out now. I'm going to the upper one, very close to the body line. What I'm trying to do is just pushing it bit by bit, and trying not to push the same place twice, because if you push the same place twice you run the risk of making a high. But if you push a different spot every time, you're actually lifting the surrounding of the metal to get back to how it looks like. Now if you can see this side, it has made it high. I'm just going to cut it down and go back to our setting. I'm going to remove this one. I'm going to try to move this one a little bit further. See what we get? It's nice, very nice. If you can look it from this side. It is very nice. So now I'm just trying to remove the shallows that I see, and from then I'll be taping down the high spots that I do not want. I'm just going to try and take down the highest. Actually need that pointy sponge. Need that powder. There is the punch that I was looking for. Actually taking down the high spot so that I can lift the lows that I can see. Actually need to take down make the angle of the light a little bit sharper than it was, so to flush or cut the surface as much as possible. So that is when you get your highs and lows very nicely reflected on the panel, so you can be able to make a finish. That is most beautiful. I'm going to try to push the lows to flush it and finish up in this dent. I'll be done with this one, but now I'm going to concentrate on this one. If you can check it, it's a dent. If you can check this one, it's a dent here and it's a dent this side. You have to see it with the light. I don't know if when you check it with the light you can see it. But now I'm going to quickly push this one out and I'm going to move to this one. Cool. Let me try to put this other light for you to see. See if maybe it's possible for you to see. can see it from this side. Can you see that one? This one here shows a little bit down. Yeah. So I'm just quickly going to move that one out, and we'll move to the other one. I'm actually just on the body line. Just going to try to massage it the closest, massage the closer part of the body line, not actually on the body line itself. That is where I'm pushing right now. I'm just doing passes, going front and back, going front and back, just like that, just to restore the shape of the body line. This tool doesn't work with me well. Let me get another one and we finish up on this. It's changed to this single band, but the way I'm getting inside this one, it's leveraging on the inner panel and I'm pushing with the tip. Actually now pushing on the body line itself. Now I just left the body line and I'm going to try to massage the dishes above and below the body line. There is no much access in here, like free movement for the tool that I have, but it's manageable, it's doable, even if it makes you work harder. As I said, it's better to work smarter than to work harder. A couple of pushes and I will be finished with this one. Just try to go through this side. There we go, it's much easier. So every time you work on it, every time I work on it, then I try to find the easier way to do it. Because if you are comfortable in the position that you are in, if your tool is moving freely inside without any disturbances, you are very in a good path to producing good results, because you would be directing the extension of your hand, which would be the tool, exactly the way you want it. To push it out. Now I'm going to be working on this one. What I have done here is just took a piece of wood. I'm able to protect the body, the hole here, the groove for the light. So I just put a piece of wood and I taped it up with duct tape and to keep it still. So I'm going to balance on this wood while I push on this side. So we can check how is the dent going. And you see the dent, that the dent is here, but the outer places are a little bit higher. So what would be very nice to do is to get I would be getting my slapper taper. As I had mentioned, if you can come take this side, you can see that there's a ridge here that's going down. There's a dent here, yes, and there's going to be a ridge again here. So I'm just going to try to tap this ridge that is here before I start pushing the dent. And this that I have here is a toothpick stick. In fact, just cut it around so to tap on big ridges like this one. It works nicely. It takes down the metal and it doesn't give debit compared to other punches that will be giving you that. Just lowering that ridge a little bit. I'm going to start pushing on the dent and let's see what we get. Actually, it would be a good idea to tape up the tip of my tool. This is how I'm gonna go with it. In taping the tip, you need to have it half on the tip and half loose, like going beyond the tip like that. This is done so that you can have a spongy contact with the body contour, so not to sort of pierce through. So I'm going to be bending it like this, and it pierces through the tool pierces through the duct tape very quickly, but you would have picked up a lot of metal. I'm here right now, I'm just pushing, just massaging the centers of this dent so it can come up a little bit more. I hope you can see what is going on here, because I'm pushing here now, just going to go down and push this one. I'm going down now, pushing that one on the floor. of this portion of the quarter panel. I think I've pushed much metal now. If you check the difference of the dent, you can see. I think now it's time that I remove my duct tape so I can work on those sharp lows that are left, because those sharp tips, it's where the metal is constrained more than the others. It needs a little bit more pressure than the ones. Please check on the dent now, because I'm going to go here. There's a low here and there's a low here and somewhere up there. So I'm going to try to push those lows and we'll be done with this one. Now you can come and see and check. Let's review on this. There was a dent here and there was a dent here, but there is still a ridge here, you can see. So we're going to tap down just a little bit with a blending hammer and we're going to remove this lows and we'll be done with this one. So we're going to tap the ridge. Ties that you see here on the back. You can see, well, there's another dent here. That is the reason the ridge is not going down very well. So I'm just going to massage through that dent, sort of to pick up the metal just a little bit so it could balance with the adjacent, so it looks much better. So when we try to blend, it should not be obvious that there is a low, here is a high. We are trying to create the illusion of the whole panel being the same. I'm just randomly massaging the place that I showed you that it's a little bit low. If you can look here, I'm driving the tool with this hand, but as I push, I also use my knee. Push and drive power to the tip of the tool. Okay, we are almost done here. We quickly try to rub down and polish. Now again with the 2005 grade 3M, it's a bit of polish we're going to go through, and we have to clean first. We have to clean first for dust particles that were not desired. This that we're doing now, it's dry flating, but you can do wet sanding if you have a little bit of a solution of a soapy water, and you can get a better finish than this one. So now we're going to just rub it down and polish it. See how it comes up. Just put a little bit too much there. Can still see flattening marks, so just trying to remove those. Let's see how it looks like now. Let's see if we can get a closer look. Lights are too bright in each of these ones. You can see with the finished, you can't even see. There we go. So that's the time we had for today. There are some couple of dents that are still on the car, but for today this will be enough. When you look at the dents that we removed, there are still some ridges and some shallows, but then if you continue doing the same technique that we were using, you will be able to remove almost all of them. Financing it more and taking a little bit time on it produces best results. Thank you, and see you again.